Michelle, and this is Makeup or Breakup Vlog. And today, I just wanted to give a quick update. I had mentioned a couple of times in prior videos recently that I was trying out different makeup to see what I would use ultimately for being a wedding guest at a wedding party. I don't go to many weddings, you know, but this was a family affair, so this provided me an exciting opportunity to go to one and be reminded of what they're like. I did take, just so that you know, this It Cosmetics number 77 brush that I received recently from the recent Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. I also um, went with the Lancome La Base Primer. I had taken and ultimately didn't use my LYS Beauty Foundation Stick, which I love and I consider one of my top 10 finds. And I love this. But I did not use it, interestingly, at the wedding. Oh my gosh, what's this? Why is this empty? Uh-oh. I'm afraid. I think something dropped out of something. Oh, I went with the bad. This is the Bounce, Bad Gal Bounce from Benefit. Oh boy. I also bought perfume, but this bottle's practically empty. I'll talk about that in a bit. I bought my favorite OG Elf blush, primer blush, I think it is. I'm bugging out because this, I think, was full coverage complexion. Oh, now I understand. Phew. I thought this was my concealer. It wasn't. It's just the top of the. I did bring a concealer, I think, the Mario one, but I didn't use it. It didn't work for me. Um, I bought my concealer brush from the Couture, I think, line of old Ipsy brushes. OG works for me. It's just the one for concealer. I bought a blush brush that I think was from Eco Tools. Was it? This one, which I have featured here before. I'll try to pop what it is at the end of this video. And also the Rimmel Natural Bronzer. I will pop some pictures somewhere here so you can see how that looked. But essentially, the the star of the show was the Lancome Tant Idol. I know I'm butchering this. I'm so sorry. I had two different shades. I think I ultimately went with the lighter one, which is the 120N. Again, I will put the phonetic below here. Now, when I decided to go, I did put a little bit of moisturizer on a cleansed face. It was a night, well, initially it was at the waning hours of day. So for a good 20 minutes, we were going to be outside, like on a patio, having the ceremony. And then after that, everybody would go inside where we stay for most of the evening anyway. So I did put some SPF, especially around here, just because to protect the face. Then I put the moisturizing cream. I think it was the Fresh Rose Cream. Yeah, just a little bit. And then I decided to put this on. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to add a little bit of this to get us started. So the wedding started at a later part of the day when the sun essentially is starting to go down, but there's still sunlight. So I did put a little SPF on my face within my moisturizer. I think I used the Fresh Rose. And again, I just used a little bit. I didn't go all in and use a lot. Okay. And I kept it simple. There we go. This stuff is, I love it. And a little definitely goes a long way. I just wanted my face to feel hydrated. I didn't want to overdo the hydration because it was still a warm day. I mean, even though we were in late September, there was still some humidity because my hair was feeling it. My hair was just, but that's another story for another day. So I go in with the primer. And because it was on sale, I figured I might as well have certain things work together to just avoid the whole, well, is this not working because the other primer, you know, it had a reaction to, I don't know. So I just took a little bit of this, put it on my area around here, the T-zone, which tends to have the most challenge of keeping my foundation in place and not fade. Yeah, there we go. And it's like a gel. It's like really cool. It feels, it feels to me kind of a little slippery and maybe a little more wet than the Smashbox primer, the original formula. The, yeah, that's what it feels like. Like I feel that slip. It feels a little bit more liquid, but there you go. So I'm going to try the 120N. This is the bottle of how it looks. It's very fancy. Out of habit, I always shake. I love the little flower design there. It's a pump, which is nice. And I was just like, did I use this? I want to make sure that I used it, and I did. Excuse me. The other one that I didn't use was the 235N. I'm not sure why, but I decided if this matches, I'll stay with this. So, because I didn't want to go too crazy putting too much on, I put a little bit here. I'm really running out of words today. But then I went in with the Rimmel bronzer and just put it straight on. Like I didn't powder first and then put it on. Some would say I should. I didn't. And then again, I was talking a bit, so I was giving it time to dry. But this isn't a lot, and it's not at my forehead. I mean, at the top of my forehead. So it's safe to just the moisturizer and the SPF. So I just went like this. You know, just to give myself some color at the end, where the hairline is. Put a little more dimension by the cheekbones. And just a little here. Stroke it down. Oh, stroke it down is the right word, but you know what I mean. Okay. And I put a little dimension on my nose. Okay. And that's essentially it for the bronzer. Because I figured just keep it simple. Don't get too complex. It's not like the bride. The bride needs to have everything just so because they're the center of attention. I'm not there to be the center of attention. I'm there to present decently and to be as supportive and as happy as I can for the bride and for the happy couple. And I take the brush and I go full on fluff, right? And I clean the brush real quickly. And I swirled with the e.l.f. primer blush. I think this is called Pretty Cheeky. I featured this on the channel before. This is an OG. One of my favorite blushes, and it's from Elf. I may have strung it across here, down the nose a little here, just to try to bring it all together. Again, blend, 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 you know, and just be there, you know. And I kept it pretty simple. I used, for my lips, I did not use a traditional lipstick. And that was a choice I made consciously because since the weather is changing so drastically, and I know you can see it, I've mentioned before on this channel over the years that my lips or my mouth are my prime indicators that the weather is changing. We've definitely moved from the summer weather to the winter, well, fall, but you know what I mean. And these are my weather indicators right here. So I did not want to call attention to them. I didn't want to, I tried to, use the toothbrush to, massage, and I put on the masks, but it's a little stubborn here as far as wanting to do or perform for me. So I used, I believe, the Lip Smackers Hello Kitty, which I'll post the video somewhere here or at the end of the video, or just a picture. And I just applied that to just have a little bit of color to also sort of calm my mouth. And eventually, I think that's all I pretty much left, because I attempted to put on a lipstick and it just didn't look good. It looked really sad. So I just had to, keep the lips very soft, which worked. It worked for the day look. And it's a night it didn't matter because we were under lights, party lights. So it wasn't a case of actually having to be seen under straight regular lights. So I believe it worked for me. But that's essentially what I did for my makeup. And then at the end, I believe I sprayed it probably with Bliss, and just called it a day, I think. Which I will do now. A simple, straight up look. I think I went into the eyes, not with a full palette, but I took a little bit of this, which I'll do now, and applied like this to my lid, like so. Again, kept it very simple, low key, but I didn't go in looking like a hot mess or look at me, because at a wedding, it's not about the wedding guests, it's about the bride and groom. And I also kept in mind that, we still had humidity, and I didn't want to have a thing of makeup running. I wanted something that would upkeep, whether it was 6 o'clock in the evening or 10 o'clock at night. And it did. So that's essentially it. Just something really quick. I think I used the brush for this and not my fingers, but you get the idea. A simple, clean look. And I think I even forgot to put this on. I don't remember if I put this on at the end, because I just didn't want to have an overly look. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I'm going to put on a little mascara. I don't know. I can't remember now whether I did or didn't. I don't think I put a ton, because it doesn't look like I have a lot on. I didn't put falsies. And that's essentially it. Just something really simple and cute. All those plans and trying on different things, and ultimately in the end, I did just a simple, clean look. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below what you think when you decide to go to a wedding. Do you go full out with the makeup? Do you have all the bells and whistles? Is it about looking as snatched as can be? Or are you just about keeping things, low key, partly because you, you don't want to go through a whole process, or maybe because you don't want to show up anybody? And not to say that my makeup skills are on point, because they really truly aren't. I'm more of a makeup enthusiast. I'm not a professional. I'm not certified in any way as an MUA. But I do have an enthusiasm for makeup. I love playing with makeup. I love trying it on. I love looking to see how I can make myself look a little more awake, a little more healthy looking, actually. And I just like this look. It's very clean. I can't complain. It's almost as if I'm not really wearing any makeup. And I only applied the foundation here. It's not on all my face. And so even though I thought that color was initially too light, it worked because I focused it here. It's brightened up my face. I added bronzer to add some dimension and not make me look completely washed out, along with some blush and a little bit of lip gloss, and I called it a day. And I like it. It's clean, it's fresh. I like it. So again, let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts on your makeup when it goes to attending such a formal affair as a wedding? Maybe you guys have gone to 100. For me, I can count on one hand how many weddings I've gone to. And they're interesting. It's a rite of passage. It's a life post. So again, let me know in the comments below. The wedding, by the way, was gorgeous. It was beautiful. Everybody had a great time. And as weddings should. Again, let me know in the comments below what you think about makeup and its place on somebody who is not the bride and not part of the wedding party. Again, let me know in the comments below what has been your experience and your take. And what are your go-tos in makeup? Again, let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't done so already, hit that like button, and even better, hit that subscription button and that notification bell so you will know when my next video will be up. Until next time, be safe, stay hydrated, and I see you on my next one. Take care. Stay safe.